You, turn around.
You prefer the view from behind?
No, well, yes. You know I can't lie.
Peace and love, family. Brotep here, coming through with a gospel of black empowerment and the blueprint to dismantle the system of white supremacy and replace it with a system of justice. A story comes to mind when I lived out in the country. I used to take a walk from the apartment where I rented to the house that my mom bought that she was having renovated. Now, she was too sick to be there herself, so I'd be over there to kind of like oversee what the construction workers were doing. But on the off chance that they wouldn't be there, I would get a chance to reprimand all the teenagers that would break into the house, not to steal anything, not to damage anything. They would break into the house to have sex on our beds, in our bathtubs, and our kitchen counters, and leave used condoms all over the place. Apparently that's a thing out there. So I decided I'm walking there, but I'm not taking the dogs with me. Because walking those dogs is a chore, it's a labor. They stop to eat grass, to smell flowers, they sniff in the barks of trees where other dogs rub their butts at. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't got time to be holding back dogs from chasing squirrels and yanking my arm out the socket. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just run there by myself. I start dipping. Pushing like Fast and Furious speeds, you feel me? And I'm like, you know what? I don't feel so good. The thing is, it's been a while since I ran. And you're supposed to warm up to that stuff. Maybe spend a couple weeks, you know what I mean? Jogging, and then eventually built up to running. So I'm out of breath, palms on the knees, hunched over like, whew. All of a sudden though, from behind me comes the most Duck Dynasty of rednecks imaginable, rolling up in his truck. What you doing out here this time of day, boy? Is there an appropriate day for me to be out here, sir? You tell me. Something I could do for you, Chief. Chief? Where you from? Sir, are you a cop? You a sheriff? Are you law enforcement? I was just trying to make conversation is all. Well, I recommend you converse with someone else. You reckon I what now? Converse. It's the verb form of conversation. Oh, you one smart, I'm one smart what? Guy. You one smart guy. Listen, I hate to interrupt your little crusade to turn this neighborhood into a sundown town, but I gotta get going. Now hold on now. I ain't mean no offense or harm. I was just, okay. You just gonna ignore me now, huh? Alright. You have a nice day. Now the thing is, you just heard what he came 1 inch away from calling me. What he came 1 hair's breadth away from calling me. This Brotep broadcast is about the word nigger and the irresistible urge that white people have to use it. Every once in a while you get a radio announcer or YouTube person talk about how all the rappers use the N-word. All the rappers use the word nigger, and they can't use it. There are 175 to 200,000 words in the English language. The one word they can't say, and it bugs them, it drives them nuts. They have to have total dominion of everything. And it brings to mind geography. Let's move away from language and go into geography. There's one place they're not allowed to go on this planet, and they have total dominion over 99.99999999999% of this planet. It still bugs them that they don't get to go into the one place that's off limits. And that place is North Sentinel Island. Every 7 to 10 years or so, one of them tries to go in there and gets plucked full of arrows looking like a porcupine. Now, family, I can't think of a more clear not welcome sign than that. Can you? If you can, go ahead and put that in the comment section. White people still attempt to go to that island. Not because they need anything from it, but because it's the last place on earth they're not allowed to go. It's about domination, and that brings us back to the word nigger. The root of their desire to use this word is a disease that goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. For about 1,000 years, they had the ability to go across this planet and call people names. You see, when you have the power to name someone or something, you have the power and influence over that person or thing's reality. If you rejected their strange religions as a native, they had the power to call you a heathen. If you resisted their cultural imperialism, they had the ability to call you savage. When you didn't view the world through their specific lens, they gave themselves the authority to call you intellectually inferior. Shout out to Jared Taylor and Stefan Molyneux. Throughout our shared history with these people, they have become addicted to the power to define the reality for others. These facts are not lost on these suspected white supremacists. The fact that there is power and authority in giving something or someone a name. In 2013, a white judge prevented a Tennessee woman from naming her own child. It's very clear the motivation behind this white supremacist judge's decision.
A Newport mother is appealing a court's decision after a judge ordered her son's name be changed.
Child support judge Luann Ballou ordered his name be Martin McCullough. It includes both parents' last names but leaves out Messiah.
And I didn't think a judge could make me change my baby's name because of her religious beliefs.
The word Messiah is a title, and it's a title that has only been earned by one person, and that one person is Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine the fire that would fill this child to look in the mirror and know that by his very name he is chosen? He is the chosen one, the anointed one. This boy would look at his reflection and see his glorious dark skin, the galaxy and the cosmos within the sparkles in his eyes. And he would know when he hears his name that he is Messiah, the Messiah. The man who would bring divine vengeance, uphold justice, and vanquish the wicked. No, this white supremacist judge would never allow it, for she knows there is power in a word. And that one word, in 170,000 in the English language, the one that they gave to us during antebellum slavery to denigrate us, the one that we have flipped on its head. They are filled with so much rage at having been denied the evolved version of that word that they will risk everything to say that word out loud. Radio hosts and entertainers, sports announcers and police, lawmakers, and many others, they all jeopardize their reputations and their careers over that one word.
Georgia state lawmaker Jason Spencer announced his resignation after he dropped his trousers and repeatedly used the N-word.
Founder of Papa John's has resigned as chairman of the board hours after apologizing for using the N-word during a media training call.
The man caught using the N-word on a hot mic is this man, Matt Rowan, a bigot who has likely said this and more many times over.
The era of Dr. Laura is about to end. She is pulling the plug on her syndicated radio show after having used the N-word repeatedly during a tirade with an African-American caller.
Turn on HBO, listen to a black comic, and all you hear is Nick.
And so, dear white supremacists, there was a point in time when we, children of the Most High, wanted to eradicate that word. But now we're keeping it. It's a keeper. Partially to continue to troll you with it, but the other reason, and probably the most important reason, is that we need to explore the word more and discover why it holds so much power. This has been Brotep, bringing you the gospel of black empowerment and the blueprint to dismantle the system of white supremacy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. If you're on any social media platforms, go ahead and share a link to this video and to the channel itself. Let's grow this movement. Brotep Nation, baby.